Hey, it's Kev here. Uh, I'm playing RSC Dynasty. God, that's too loud. Uh, see if we can bring that down. Just turn my microphone. Anyway, we're playing RSC on hardcore. Um, I've been wanting to do this for a while. In hardcore, if you die, it's you're you're dead forever. So it's a little bit challenged. Right now, I'm mining ore. And I just want to say, I'm not making this video for anyone in particular. I have 49 subscribers right now, which is pretty good. I'm real happy with that. Hope we get to 50, and maybe we get to 50, I'll do something. But I'm more making this video for myself. I I just really enjoy making videos, and if people are watching it, that's cool. But if people don't watch it, it's not gonna hurt me anything. At least I can watch it. And we're just gonna mine some more today. It's probably going to be like a half-hour long episode, but uh, you know, maybe I'll do more or something like that. I just want to record what I'm doing and you know, just have a little fun. I really do enjoy playing this game. This is RCS. Oops, sorry about that. This is RCS Dynasty. Oh, where's my mouse? That's why. I ain't using my mouse. My mouse fell on the floor. Anyway, this is not RCS Revolution, what I've done videos on. This is a different one, and the reason I'm playing this one is because they have hardcore, and I played hardcore WoW, uh, and that's the main reason I wanted to play this, because I like the challenge of if you die, you have to start over again. One life, it's kind of like real life, you know, you only get one life, so you got to do the most of it with what you got, and I really like it. So we're just gonna mine some stuff for now. I'm not gonna do really anything exciting. I'm trying to get 1,000 copper and 1,000 tin so I can make bronze bars. I'm up to uh, where is it? 38 mining, so we might get to 40, and then after that, I'm gonna mine some uh, iron ore that's right here, and you know, it's just fun. But news of my life right now, everything's going pretty good right now. I can't complain. I'm getting to my doctor's appointments to see my psychiatrist. I saw her on the 19th, so you know, and we had my Prozac turned back down to 20 because it was for at 40 at one point, and because I was feeling suicidal at the time. You know, last Christmas I was having a really rough time. I guess it's seasonal depression, and I'm trying not to get it this year. But yeah, so that's what's happening in my life. And I'm getting an apartment soon. I'm on the waiting list to get an apartment. So, you know, that might be next year. So, I'm not gonna lie, it's November 21st, so Thanksgiving's coming up, and then Christmas. I'll probably do a Christmas uh, episode because I feel like it. And if I'm not being entertaining enough, that's not my goal here. It's just to, you know, talk to you and get into, you know, playing the game. I just want to play the game, and I figure if I'm playing, I might as well record it. I've been playing all day, so I might as well record it and then put it on YouTube, maybe get some views. But if I don't, it's not a big deal. I because the views. Oops, why am I mining copper? Drop that. The views don't really matter to me, although I'm up to 6K, 6.9K views the last time I checked, and which is good. But those are my snuff videos, so I'm trying not to do snuff videos. I'm trying to quit nicotine. You know, I've been doing Outlaw Dip, which is nicotine free. It's really good dip. It doesn't make you spit black, which is something that I kind of don't like, but it's good dip. It tastes good, you know. And I want to try some of the other flavors. I got some Ramblin' root beer, and that's pretty good. I got the Nick Safe, which is doesn't have nicotine in it, but it has this chemical called nixamide. It's basically a type of vitamin B, and it gives you a buzz like nicotine. It's not the same buzz as nicotine, but it gives you a pretty good buzz. So if that can get me off nicotine, because that's the most of what I was doing with nicotine. I was doing like 30 milligrams at a time. That's a lot. I was getting these FREs or frees, whatever you want to call them, and they're 15 milligram uh, pouches, and I was doing like two at a time. So uh, I was definitely up there, but I just want to get off nicotine. I'm doing dip right now and chaw. Like I don't want to stop doing chaw, but I want to cut back on it. Like if I could pick one thing to do, it'd be chaw. I have quit smoking for the most part. I'm not buying them anymore. Which you know, is a good thing. I thought I dropped that. Drop. I don't need that right now. But yeah, this is a fun game. I really like the hardcore mode. You can't trade with other players. You can't use the marketplace, but you can use a bank. So it's different than Iron Man, which I play on old school RuneScape. Play Ultimate Iron Man, which leveling up in that is just you know kind of a pain in the butt. But um, yeah, I'm just having fun. You know, I hope that's not too loud. I've turned the audio down for the game audio because it tends to be a little loud. I wonder if we can change that in settings. Settings. There's it doesn't have audio. Shit. Anyway. Oh, got an emerald. Anyway, so I'm just gonna do this for a while. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I'm gonna make a pretty decent video. But you just can sit here and game with me, watch me play the game, just have a chill time. Listen about my life, I guess. Uh, I was hanging out with my friend. Oh, one thing I do want to talk about is the election. I was really happy with the election results. Real happy. And I was talking about my friend A Money today, and uh, I don't care what your political views is, but Kamala Harris was just a worst candidate we could have had. Like I would rather have Biden run again than Kamala Harris because she did nothing in her vice presidency. Like she uh, didn't uh, didn't do anything about the border. Didn't uh, do anything really. And if you supported Kamala Harris, it's your choice, I guess. But I think she would have been. I honestly think this country would have went more downhill than Trump getting in. And like I love Trump, and maybe he's not the best candidate. Like there's things that I don't agree on with him, which I think you shouldn't agree on everything with a candidate. But I I do like his character, and I can't wait for him to get in office because I know he's going to help this country, and he's going to make this country better. Because the last 4 years has not been good for me. It's been a real depressing time. It's just been a struggle for me emotionally, and I've been going through some stuff. I lost my dad in 2021. And I love my dad. And I miss talking to him. Uh, and it's just been a struggle. But I'm getting through it. And the thing is, I've had someone, my best friend, DJ, or Dayton, Dayton, and he's Dayton Junior. That's why I call him DJ, and he's my best friend. And I have five best friends, and they've really stuck with me through the hard times and stuff, and been there for me. And we don't get to see much of each other anymore, but you know, I mean, that's what you do when you grow up. You know, you don't see each other as much, and that bond's still there because you've had so many good times. And you know, every time I was in the hospital, they came and saw me and came and talked to me. You know, because I've had psychosis like three times. Once was in the army, which they couldn't have seen me at that time, but my parents came and saw me, and you know, because I don't like talking about what happened in the army. It wasn't good, but you know, it's I have PTSD from it, and it's basically what the army did to me. And um, you know, I've had to deal with that for the last 14 years because I got out in 2000, or maybe 13. I got out in 2011, and you know, I had mental health issues. Uh, I'm partially schizophrenic. I have schizophrenic symptoms from my PTSD. And you know, maybe I'll talk about what the army did to me one day, but I'm not really ready to put that out there on the internet. You know, but you know, I got an honorable discharge out of it, and to say you only were in the army for 11 months and you got an honorable discharge, that's saying something. You know, and uh, you know, I've struggled with it for a long time, and now I'm seeing psychiatrists, taking my medicine. Uh, you know, shoot, I didn't. I got so distracted in talking, I forgot to get the rest. I'll go back and get it. But you know, it's hard to say that. You know, it's one thing coming back from combat and having PTSD, and it's another to say that the army gave you PTSD, not being in combat, but it's what the army did to you. Um, it's it's not an easy thing to say, and I've told my I couldn't talk about it for a long time. You know, even with my best friends, like what they did to me, and like some of them knew somewhat what happened, but they didn't know the full story. And recently, I came out to my friend A Money. I told him what happened, and I mean he was disgusted. Uh, and my doctor, because I have these letters from a guy that I was in basic with, who's I'm good friends with, and he wrote my mom when I was in the army. He wrote my mom about what uh, they're doing to me, and you know, and that's how they found out. But I wouldn't talk about it with them. And I remember when I came home, my dad said to me, and he was a Vietnam vet. He's a tough son of a bitch. Like he's a badass. And he was in Vietnam when he was 17 years old. That's how young he was, and he was a tunnel rat. So he's going through those tunnels when he was 17 years old. Like I couldn't have done that. I'd be too scared to do that. Uh, I'm claustrophobic, and maybe that's where I get my claustrophobic from. Maybe it's in my DNA from when my dad was going through tunnels when he was 7 years old or 17 years old. Yeah, but you know, I didn't talk about it for a long time, and when I came out to my friend A Money about it, uh, and told him I can finally talk about it with people, and like my mom knew what happened, and my dad knew, but my friends really didn't know that much. They knew enough, but they didn't really know the whole story, and so I was so it felt like a weight was off my shoulder when I I told my friend A Money because I'd been holding it in for so long, and you know, because it because the reason is I'm ashamed of it. I'm ashamed I let people treat me that way, and I'll just say that internal affairs got involved. I don't know what they did. I know that my drill sergeant got kicked out of the army, uh, but he's already in trouble for something else. So I don't know if it had anything to do with me. But yeah, that's all I can really say about it right now. But um, it's something I had to deal with for the past 13, 14 years, about to be 14, and you know, the reason I got out of the army in 11 months was because I tried to commit suicide, and uh, because I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle because I got reclassed and I was doing a new job and I just couldn't keep up with the classwork of my new job. It was just too much stress, and eventually I just tried to kill myself, and I ended up in the hospital and probably the worst pain I've ever been in. You know, just and they asked me if I wanted to stay or leave, and I told them I wanted to leave because I had had enough. I just couldn't do it. And it's I guess it's because I joined the infantry, but I was expecting it to be hard, but I wasn't expecting it to be like that. Uh, you know, I kind of wish I would have went and been a cook, because I would have had it much easier if I was a cook. Uh, because then I could have learned how to cook and stuff. And I mean, I know a little bit how to cook. I know how to cook a steak and like make mac and cheese and cook bacon and stuff like that, but not really cooking, just making myself something to eat, you know. You know, but I struggled for it for many years. I've done a lot of drugs. Uh, I've done cocaine. I've done uh, Molly. I never did meth or heroin, but I've done opioids and stuff like that. Uh, just trying to numb the pain. I drank a lot. I still drink, but I try to keep it to a minimum. I don't drink every day because my dad was an alcoholic, and he was sober for like 46 years, and that's how much he did not want to go back to drinking because he struggled with it. But he got clean, he got sober. I'm glad he did. He was sober before I was ever born or any of my brothers and sisters were born. Uh, and he's a good dad. Uh, I mean, we butted heads at times, but you know, he I miss him. Uh, he had cancer, and he uh, he he died in 2021. You know, but when he had cancer, he was never upset. He was never depressed. He struggled with it physically, but he was always in a good mood. And he was optimistic. He finished all of his chemo and all that. And what happened was the chemo messed with his immune system like it does, and then he got a lung infection, and that's what killed him. Uh, he just couldn't breathe, and I remember the last time going to the hospital and seeing him, and my sister and my niece went in because you're only allowed to go in two people at a time, and she came back out and she was like, "Hurry up and go see him," because we brought his dog there to see him, and I'm glad he got to see his dog one last time, but the time I walked in that room, he's already gone, so I didn't get to say goodbye. But I think watching him die would have affected me more. You know, I think if that happened, not saying I'm glad I didn't get to say goodbye, but glad I didn't have to watch him pass away because that would have been hard on me. Because I tell you, uh, it was hard watching him go through cancer. I mean, he had CPOD, and that was hard to watch him go through. But like when he had cancer, it was always in the back of my mind that he was going to die. And every time I'd see him have a choking fit, and like he would I'd ask him if he's all right, and he'd be like, "No," and that just killed me inside because there was nothing I could do for him. You know, there's just nothing I could do. And it affected me a lot. It affected me more than it did him dying. Uh, but now that he's been gone for a couple years, I just find myself thinking about him. It's hard, but I know he's up there watching me. And the thing is, the day my dad died, uh, that night that my dad died, my best friend DJ texted me, and he was like, "My dad has cancer. He had liver cancer." And I was like, and his dad was really, I'm really close to his parents, and his dad's like my second dad. They're like my second family, so and he died like not even 2 months after my dad died. So we both lost our dads almost in the same year. Uh, but uh, he, my dad died November 30th, and I can't remember when his dad died. It was January, I think. Uh, but yeah, so I had to lose both my dads in uh, in less than 2 months. And I remember DJ the day my dad died. DJ came over, and all my friends came over except for Amon because he was doing something. Uh, but I think he was with his girlfriend at the time. When he gets a girlfriend, he don't talk to any of us. But you know, uh, I mean, he's lost a lot of people too. This last year, he lost a lot of his grandparents in like the span of 8 months. So he's been going through it. But um, it's it's not easy to lose your dad, especially when you're close to him. Uh, but I know he's up there hanging out with DJ's dad, and they're talking about us or watching over us, and having the best time of their lives. Uh, I do believe in God. I do believe in Jesus. If you don't, that's fine. That's your choice. I'm not gonna uh, try to convince you, but because of circumstances in my life, I do believe in God. You know, it's just the things that happen in my life make me believe, and I know if I get right and stop doing stupid things, that I'm gonna get to see my dad and DJ's dad again, and it's gonna be great. Uh, you know, uh, I don't want to talk about religion that much, but because I know probably some of you aren't into religion, but that's just my personal beliefs. I feel like everybody's entitled to their personal beliefs, but anyway, but you know, just I don't want to get on much on my thoughts on religion because I don't think that would make a good video. But I'm trying to live for the future, trying to do things that keep me occupied, and uh, I'm real excited about this new apartment. And also, I'm getting, I got all my paperwork into the VA, got everything sent in, just waiting to hear back from them. And then when I hear back from them, those 2 years start. So, you know, uh, those 2 years waiting list start. And it might be less time than that. But the more time I go, the more money I get. And I originally applied in 2014. So that means I'll be getting back pay from 2014. So that's about 10 years. And it depends on what percentage I get. But that's going to be a lot of money. That's going to be life-changing money. And I feel like I earned that for what I went through in the Army. Uh, what I had to go through. And, I feel like I earned it. And, I'm on disability now because I can't work. Uh, because just people treat you. They don't care if you have a disability. They treat you like trash. And I was working. It's not that I didn't work. I work, but almost every job I've had, people treated me a certain way or treated me horribly, and I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle the stress because it was making me suicidal, and I hated going into work. Uh, you know, it's like people don't care if you have a disability. They don't care, and they don't care if you're a veteran. Uh, you know, they especially working for 725, it wasn't worth it. Like I've tried to get other jobs, other good jobs, and like I remember my friend saying, uh, remember my friend saying when I got out, it's like, oh, you got an honorable discharge. Come on now. It's like you got an honorable discharge. You're going to get. They're going to be putting you on the top list of every job application, but and that's not true. People don't really give a shit if you're a veteran. If they do, they're lying. If they say they do, they're lying. Because I've had jobs where I've applied and had an interview and did good on the interview and never got a call back. And that's hard when you don't have a job. You don't have any money. You don't have come on now. Uh, and you're struggling. You can't put gas in your car. You can't eat. Uh, I've lived with my parents my whole life, except for when I was in the army. But you know, I never made enough money to move out. Like I barely made enough money to get cigarettes or a 40 and just put gas in my car to go back to work. So you know, it's like, was I, you know, why was I even working? Uh, it just, it's just not been, not been good for me. Um, but I'm trying to get better, and I'm on disability right now. I get paid by the state, but I'm hoping that because I know I will get this disability from the VA, and I'm hoping that changes things be able to get my own house and all that. But I am moving out. Uh, I found an apartment place that takes SSI payments. It takes your SSI payments, and then you get a voucher for the rest of the money. And I'm real excited to move out because I haven't been on my own for a while, and you know, I think it's going to be good. Just going to be me and my dog. Um, and it's in my hometown, so that's good. I won't have to go very far. But I'm just real excited. Uh, um, it might not be easy because I'm only going to have a certain amount of money a month because they're taking my SSI, so it's going to be less money. But I'll have my own place, and I'll just be able to pay. I'll get me more food stamps because I get food stamps because I'm on disability, and which is it's only $60 a month, which that's not enough to feed you. Uh, but I I'll get more once I move out, so hopefully that helps, and I'll be able to pay for the rest of my stuff with my disability check. But I'm real excited because uh, I I never got to live on my own. It's always been at my parents' house, and I just really want to be by myself, just me and my dog. You know, uh, and I think it'll be good for me. I might get it next year, or I might get it the year after that. But I was seventh on the list. I don't know what I am on it now, but when I first applied, I was seventh on the list. So we'll see where that goes, and if I don't move out, once I get my VA money, I'll be able to buy a house. I'll be able to get a loan from the VA and buy my own house, and you know that'll be good. Because I've always wanted my own house. I always wanted to be a homeowner. Shit. Then uh, I gotta take this zip out. I'm gonna put some outlaw in. Did I close it out? Ah, shit. Well, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys have a good day.